Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. We continue with Half-Life 2 Episode 1 with the developer commentary. We're getting close to the end, actually. Well, close-ish. There's a quote-unquote boss battle with a gunship yet in store. Okay, that worked decently enough.
Here we go again.
Ammunition depleted.
Oh, I actually thought they would swarm through the door as they often do, but apparently not this time. So I'm actually not sure what did the blowing of the door even do for them, because basically they only opened way for me to attack them instead of using it to surprise me. Okay. Seeing how there's not much gameplay left, I might as well have some fun with the crossbow. We're wasting bolts, I guess. I must say, that was quite an impressive way to lose all the health that I just gained previously. Fortunately enough, there seems to be plenty going around. Okay. Wow, that was quite an impressive shot, actually. Dive. Over here is where exactly? Ah, over here. Okay.
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way. It's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented
You're
from forming.
Kleiner's daughter, right?
This is no longer the
My
case.
dad's Odessa
For
cover.
those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation, which is to say, in layman's
Is
terms,
Dr.
you should give
Kleiner
serious
really telling
consideration
everyone to
doing your part for the revival of
get
the
busy?
disease. We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured ourselves.
I'm trying to
before
check
the
if they have
combined attempt to restore
anything else to
their
say.
domain, as they certainly shall.
Does not seem so.
Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the
Oh, storage.
baleful influence
I can
of the
rub your
combine,
storage, why not?
there is much ground
There's
to
nothing
cover.
in it,
And in
any-
fact, I hope to
so I
institute a
guess
series
will
of
remain
useful
unspoiled.
bulletins in the days ahead. However, for now, we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. The stabilization of the City 17 reactor
Let's find another
has
way
had
up.
repercussions that were not
Light
entirely
'em up.
destructive pulse forced
Okay, he
the
didn't
attacker on the entire
pull out
network of
grenade
linked
yet.
Citadel
Good,
reactors.
because it would be
Thus, for the time
deadly on
being,
Saturn and South space.
all communications systems based on that technology.
Depleted.
In short, the Combine is completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded.
This space was designed to lure players onto a section of breakable floor that drops them into a room full of zombies. Players are enticed into the trap by some reward items and a chance to peek in the hole. We like to surprise players, but we never want them to feel like they've been treated unfairly.
Okay, I guess I'll fall into the trap anyway. It seems fair.
Technological advances, which we will do
I
our
must
best
say, I kind of miss having the crowbar.
continually assemble a generation of scientists and technicians. Combine, for the most, is not any tangible human weapon, but our will, our intellect, our ability to respond selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing how easily it may be shattered.
I met Odessa cover 2
Friends
times.
and family crushed by the Combine. Some of our neighbors have allowed themselves to be co-opted and purged of their humanity by the military machine. And those who resisted
Dr. Kleiner
have
says
met
it
a
made
most
me
terrible
nuts that I needed his permission.
I wouldn't recommend using the
I
stairs right
cannot
now.
overstate how important it is that we
I wonder
retain
if
our humanity.
those are the same guys in every episode, with the woman crying.
For their
But
inevitable
they was here already, so
and what
I
is certain to be
backtracked.
unimaginable retaliation. And yes, if you missed any part of this message, it will loop repeatedly until there is no point in looping it any longer. I apologize for any inadvertent errors.
Ammunition depleted.
This has been Dr. Icing.
Gordon? Alex? I don't believe it. How the hell did you get out of the Citadel?
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigots had something to do with it. But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to... Aw, hell, Gordon? Were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken ship metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City 17.
If Gordon and I took a separate route, we could draw the Combine away from you. That'd give you a chance to get the trains filled up before we get there.
Really? Well, if you say so. Now, come here, look over here.
I think his model is a little changed from the previous game, more dirty and sort of he has some blood on his temple,
Head that way. I'll hit the streets and round up
which
everyone
signifies
who's been
he's
waiting.
been
We'll meet you
in
there.
some tough,
Sounds good. Let's go.
situations.
Hey,
I guess.
Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this around. Listen, I don't have many more of these, so try not to lose this one, okay?
All I used to want to do is
Go on across, Gordon. She's waiting for you. You lucky dog, you.
Okay, I'll just listen to the comments.
Barney, like Dr. Kleiner, is one of the characters with the deepest roots in Half-Life 1. His personality is more iconic and retains more of the comic stylization of the first game. This type of character allows us to mix up the mood a little bit, to inject some absurd humor into the otherwise grim scenarios of the Half-Life universe, while characters such as Alex and Eli Vance have allowed us to explore more realistic dramatic possibilities. We're still very much attached to our roots in satire and black humor.
Barney's big crowbar scene here required a few tricks to pull off. There are actually 3 separate crowbar models in this sequence. First, there's the one stuck in the machine. When Barney grabs that one, we remove it from the world and switch on a second crowbar that's been in Barney's hand the entire time, only invisible. Both of these models are purely decorative, so as soon as Barney makes his tossing motion, we hide the second crowbar and create a third usable crowbar that then bounces to the ground.
Sorry, Freeman.
Okay, nothing to say, I guess. Was just checking. But it's good to have the crowbar back.
See you at the station!
Yeah, and we'll actually fight it at some point. I guess it will not be long. Oh, that's a lot of them. I had a lot of luck avoiding that jump. Okay, I somehow thought that would not hurt me that much over this distance, but apparently I was wrong. Probably would have been best if I kept my crossbow ammo for this part, but it was a surprise. A shotgun guy, but didn't get to surprise me this time at least. Which is good because I only have 17 health, so it would have killed me in just like a single shot. Pretty much.
Hey, a hospital. Keep an eye out for medical supplies.
Storage sounds good.
Looks like we need to find you a med kit.
Oh, it's actually nice of you to notice that I'm bleeding to death. Wasn't exactly all that effective. I'm a little worried about engaging the combine with such a small amount of health, but apparently they are busy.
Whenever possible, we like to foreshadow impending boss battles by introducing the enemy before the actual fight. In this case, you know you're going to be seeing that gunship again pretty soon.
Yeah. I'm not in the best situation, am I? Although that didn't go half bad either. A little ashamed of just using her as a tank. She is technically speaking immortal. Okay, I can maybe pull the small medkit from one of them. I think I was killed by the gunship actually. Through the window. I need to stay out of... Yeah, basically, don't do that. I guess. One of the things I shouldn't do at least. Save. Now I need to find some way to get through here. I guess I can just throw like an object. I was thinking along the lines of throwing something in the way of the trip mine to activate it and... Come on, Alex! Why are you standing in my way like that? It's good for her that she's invincible. If she wasn't, that would get pretty ugly for her pretty soon. Okay, some health. I will listen to the commentary at the end as to not enable the invincibility option. Come on, where are you? Oh, there is this area down here as well. It's good, I guess, because I really need some additional... that not having saved at some more opportune time during the battle. Yeah, I'm really not doing great, am I? The field of view pretty obstructed. In a great situation here. Yeah. Okay, I need to plan it all better this time. I'm a little annoyed by how limited the field of view is with the wooden planks blocking everything. Although I guess I can remedy that in my own way. It was actually a hit, so it was safe because technically one step closer to oh, for God's sake, it's a little annoying how it hides. Hit. I don't remember how many I need, like 6 or 7? Funnily enough, I feel safer being down here. Okay, another hit. Yeah, especially when I'm dying over and over again.
Think it's dead? Maybe you should whack it with a crowbar just in case.
It would be funny if it, like, moved when you hit it or something.
We designed this gunship battle to create a dynamic, evolving experience, while still keeping the player within a constrained area. Initially, the space appears to...
Okay, I'll disable it for now. Have a fight with the opponents. And then listen to it afterwards.
designed this gunship battle to create a dynamic, evolving experience, while still keeping the player within a constrained area. Initially, the space appears straightforward and provides plenty of cover. As the environment gets progressively more damaged, combat becomes more challenging. Players are increasingly open to enemy fire, and the path to the rocket crate becomes more difficult to navigate. As the roof breaks apart, however, the gunship also becomes more visible, and therefore easier to hit, keeping things relatively in balance. The lighting in this area was tuned to play off of the HDR tone mapping effects between the dark inner spaces and the progressively open, bright sky above.
Instead of letting the gunship AI have its own way here, we forced the ship to crash right into the attic. It's a dramatic payoff for winning the battle, and it gives players an opportunity to examine a gunship up close at their leisure.
Okay, let us proceed finally. Having dealt with that.
So much for medical supplies. I found a shotgun.
I totally didn't remember her using a shotgun.
The hospital was a completely new interior space that we had to design pretty much from scratch. Like most of City 17's visuals, it was inspired by Eastern European architecture. The surgery lamps and the overall white and yellow color scheme were drawn from photos of a hospital in Chernobyl. The tilework and the high archways were chosen to give the area the institutional feel of an old European hospital, and the beds were based on some World War II images. In fact, we avoided modern-looking fixtures and furniture altogether in order to differentiate the place from a contemporary hospital.
Not this time. Avoid activating the commentary until I've cleaned up the enemies in this area. I think that's all of them for now.
We designed this area to be an entertaining showcase for NPC combat. Because of our dynamic AI, these kinds of battles never really play out the same way twice. Players often like to sit back, watch the show, and then dive into the fray at their own discretion. We also felt it was time to introduce a new combat ability for Alex, so we gave her a shotgun here. Not only are shotguns terrific for zombie hunting, their size and ponderous handling characteristics make for some great combat animations.
Yeah, that's true. She actually reloads it in a really cool way. And even shooting, she can... she reloads it sort of holding it over her head. But even shooting it, you can see the sort of recoil on her. So it's really well animated, I would say. forward, so I'll check this room first. Let the combine and the zombies duke it out.
Get back.
I think they hit me with the energy ball maybe or something. No, it was mine. I could have not noticed that. It's another proof of my mediocre observations. If you can even call them mediocre.
I hate these things.
Yeah, me too. Although I'm not sure if she's referring specifically to the poisoned variant or simply all of them. Okay, once again, I'll wait for the scene to conclude before I fire the commentary. Okay, more ammo here. That's close. Actually, not sure if they will ever break. He says. Well, they do. Okay, that's a little dangerous.
Detected. Automatic medical systems engaged.
Okay, now let me listen
The
to
door-banging zombies were supposed to give players a safe glimpse of a threat they'd have to face later in the level. In the original design, players couldn't open the door. The zombies would burst through on their own after the player had done a little exploring. We abandoned that plan when many playtesters exhibited a pretty much single-minded fascination with opening the door as soon as they saw it. We made the door open.
That's curious because I didn't even try it.
The zombies will eventually break it down themselves.
That's interesting because I didn't think about opening it. I thought exactly that would happen, that they would break it on their own after some time.
To make the set of empty corridors look like a hospital, we chose some iconic hospital props that could be used multiple times throughout the level. Then we built the models with details, multiple skins, and vertical and horizontal elements that would be visually interesting in the space.
Okay, that was fortunate.
Oh no! Gordon, are you okay? Oh god, more zombies!
Alright, okay. Not this time. This is electronically locked, so I need to find a fuse box or something. It's weird of those barnacles to just wait. Excuse me. With dropping their tongues like that. Okay, now I need to be careful not to fall into the electrified water, which I'm sure the commentary will mention.
Too much of the same type of uninterrupted gameplay causes fatigue. Through repeated playtests, we learned that by the time players reached this part of the hospital, they were ready for a break from the intense combat. In response to that feedback, we inserted this relatively calm exploration puzzle as a change of pace. It gives players a respite from combat while still presenting them with an interesting challenge.
Obviously I need it, because, yeah, it closes the door. Obviously I need it on, and I need to maybe split and... Okay, that's... As usual, that went quite poorly. Let me try again. This time without the barnacles, although I guess there is... Didn't exactly work too. I mean, either. Okay, that's rather annoying. I'll try to maybe... Okay, this is this one. That should make it a little easier. Okay, maybe jumping on the electrified box wasn't... For God's sake. Oh, there's a... Of course, they really like those pitch black areas, don't they? We just shoot them for the peace of mind. And into the electrified water you go, I guess.
Sorry about leaving you alone down there, Gordon. I got a bit swamped. I see you did all right without me.
If you can call it that. Fortunately for me, the NPCs are not aware of me dying all over again, because if they were, they would have considerably worse opinion of me, I think. Okay. Although the fast zombie is the most terrifying for me, the poison zombie probably takes the cake as far as disgusting goes. Okay, you really need to take care not to get poisoned now, because that will leave me with just a single hit point. Which in turn would make me an easy target for the other zombies. Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too. Seems they've been running some kind of experiments on people, or maybe while the Combine was still in power.
This turret scenario.
What you're seeing here is a visual representation of a node graph, a set of nodes and all the connections between them. The node graph is used by NPCs to figure out how to move around the world. It's not really a specific set of instructions, but rather a sort of information repository. Among other things, NPCs use the node graph to dynamically chart paths.
Oh, maybe I can use
areas, find cover,
door
or
as
scout
a
out firing
shield, sort
positions
of.
with a clear line of sight to their enemy.
This turret scenario was designed to showcase Alex's ability to provide cover for players in combat. She always hangs back a little, blasting anything that moves. In the original version, players could knock over lightly protected turrets with a single rocket, fired from the safe end of the corridor. We thought it'd be a nice way for players to feel like they'd pulled one over on the Combine. Unfortunately, playtesters routinely thought that they'd discovered a bug, or, at best, an exploit that had arisen from sloppy design. So in this case, a situation we deliberately created to make the players feel clever actually caused them to think we weren't doing our job very well. As a result of this feedback, we added a force field and additional grating to better protect the turrets.
Okay, that didn't exactly work. That didn't exactly work either. Where are the turrets actually? Were they destroyed? Oh, I just closed the sort of a panel here, I guess.
At any rate,
The train station.
first, as a matter of great urgency, if you find yourself still within the conflict,
Oh boy. They're onto us. Better find Barney and get moving.
Okay, I think it's... I will listen to this commentary note and it will be a good place to end the episode.
We wanted players to realize that they've been spotted and the Combine are now aware of their arrival at the train station. It sounds like a simple task, but it actually took a lot of thought to draw the player's attention to the various events that communicate this message. First, a train horn sounds, which gives Alex an opportunity to mention that the station is in sight. Next, the lights go off to grab the player's attention and to make the monitor stand out in the dark. At this point, the player should be looking at one of the monitors, so finally, the Kleiner transmission is interrupted briefly by a Combine advisor. Originally, the advisor appeared on a jumbotron outside, but we were never able to reliably make playtesters look at it. The flashing Combine camera should also provide some indication that trouble is brewing. Though it's not a proper gate, the zombie draped over the exit is designed to slow the player down just long enough for Alex to finish her lines.
Okay, so see you in the next one. Save and bye.